Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry it's a little bit shadowy. I am doing this in the evening. But in today's video, I have got the tarot forecast for the week of the 30th of September until the 6th of October. Now, I'm just going to talk you through what I've got on my table here today. Here, you can just make out I've got my sage smudge stick and my Palo Santo here. Now I have already saged all my items that are on my table here, so I don't need to do that again. But if you are going to do your own tarot reading, I would highly suggest saging your deck before you pull your cards. The incense that I'm using today is jasmine, which is perfect for divination. Really helps open the heart and the mind, ready to receive those messages, as does a purple candle. The white candle is used for spirituality, and that really just helps you to settle, and it helps you to focus fully and be open-minded to what you are about to receive. I also have some mugwort here, which is perfect for divination also, and I have my calcite as well. So in today's video, I have got 3 different piles, and I'm using the Everyday Witch Tarot today. And with these 3 piles, I have 3 different crystals. Now, in a few moments, I'm going to ask you to focus on the crystal of your choice, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about them first. So I've got Amethyst here, and this helps to relieve anxiety, stress, mental and emotional baggage, anything that is hurting you. It just helps you to heal. Obsidian here helps to banish negativity. So if you're feeling like things just keep going wrong, or you feel a bad presence, or you feel anything negative, this card is perfect for you. It forms a barrier around yourself and helps to protect you. Rose quartz is the crystal of love. That can be love in any form, as well as self-love, and it helps to bring about peace. So you need to focus on whichever crystal you feel is giving you a message this evening. And if you do stick around until the end of the video, I do have an oracle of the week, which I have pulled from the Everyday Witch Oracle kit. And that is it for everything that is on my table. I will put timestamps down in the description box below, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you 2 minutes just to focus on the cards and focus on the crystals, and really let yourself be open to the message that you are about to receive. So if I just make sure that these are visible enough for you that you can really focus on them. There we go. So I'm just going to leave you for 2 minutes just to focus on what pile you need to choose, and I will be back very soon. Okay, I hope you had enough time to focus on which card you wanted. So I'm going to start with the Amethyst pile first. So here we have the pile number 1 if you chose the Amethyst crystal. So from first glance at this reading, I can see that there are a lot of high emotions at the start of this reading and a more calm, humble emotion at the end. So without even reading the cards straight away, I can see that there is a lot that you need to get through first to get to the end result, what you want. So let's have a look at each card individually and try and get a more clear picture of what is going on. In my readings, I don't do past, present and future. I don't do situation, obstacle and outcome. I just tend to pick them up more than one card so that I can get a better reading and a more concise reading. Because when you pick one card, it's okay to tell you a situation that's going on, but you can't really delve very deep with just one card. So I do like to pick 3. So our first card is the 9 of Swords here. And as you can see, this poor girl here is full of despair. So I feel that with you, you've been feeling really down lately. You've been feeling crushed. Your heart has maybe been broken by somebody very close to you, and you've been constantly worrying about something, and it's been keeping you up at night. You've not been able to sleep. You've not been able to rest properly. And you're worrying about even the smallest thing that you wouldn't usually bother yourself with. But because there is so much going on already, even the slightest little things are just building up and building up and building up. But because you're in this state of constant worry and despair, you're not looking at the entire situation. You're not looking with open eyes. You have got a very narrow mind at the moment. You're just focusing on what is going wrong instead of taking a step back and looking at what you could do to resolve it. There's something around at the minute, there's something within this situation that you've not fully looked at yet, and your answers could lay there. Now with the 5 of Wands, this could show a dispute amongst you and somebody very close to you, and this could be why you are constantly thinking about it and worrying about it. So this shows that there's a bit of a chaotic situation. There's a situation that has gone on that you don't know what to do anymore. It's taken you by surprise, and maybe it's just been a bit of a blowout. Some things have been bothering you and maybe them for a little while, and it's just blown all out of proportion. Maybe people have been giving you unwanted advice and opinions, and you have been overthinking about things and self-worrying about things, and it's led you to then really go off the handle. You need to decide now, instead of leaving yourself worrying in this situation here, you need to move away from that to here, and you need to decide whether, and this is the 9 of Cups, you need to decide whether this situation is something that you can come to terms with, that you can find peace with, and you can talk to the people involved and maybe move on. Or is it something that you need to just walk away from and say, look, what's done is done. I've learnt lessons, and now I'm going to move on and walk away from you because it's not doing us any good. It's not doing either of us any good. And then once you've decided that, once you've really come to terms with what has gone on and you've taken a step back and you've really looked at the situation, you will be able to have success again. You'll be able to have that peace of mind. You'll be able to be in that place where everything feels okay again, and It's quite the opposite of this, really, isn't it? And that's what you're looking for. So you need to really take a step back, have a look at the entire situation, make sure that you have thought and looked at everything that there possibly could be, and make that decision. Can you forgive, or do you need to walk away? But just remember, just because things are okay now on this card doesn't mean that you're never going to stumble again, okay? So yes, be happy, but make sure that you have learned from these lessons and that this can't happen again, because that's what happens. We go through these hurdles, we go through these obstacles because we need to learn the lessons. So I hope that reading was okay for you. If you want to stay until the end for the oracle reading, you can skip to the timestamp, which is in the description box below, and find out what your oracle reading for this week is. Thank you so much for watching this video, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you next week with your next oracle and tarot reading. Goodbye. So if you chose pile 2, the Obsidian crystal, these are the cards that came out for you. So without really delving into each card individually, I can see that each of these cards is a major arcana card, which means that if you have chosen this reading, you've chosen it for a reason and you need to listen. It's very important information and there are major changes coming to you. But I'm seeing this and I'm seeing that major changes are coming. You're in a bit of a bad place at the moment. You're throwing blame here, there and everywhere. And you're not really looking at yourself. But it's a sort of movement from the worst to realization to fulfillment, which is really good. So there's nothing to panic about here. The future is bright. So let's listen. So for card 1, we've got the Devil. Now, as I said, you are looking for somebody to blame. You are holding on to negative thoughts, to negative opinions. If somebody says something bad to you, you store it. You're holding on to it. Instead of letting it brush way over your shoulder, you are holding on to these negative thoughts. And this is amazing, actually, because we've got the Black Obsidian here, which banishes negative thoughts. So they really coincide with each other, which is absolutely amazing. And this is why I love doing the job that I do. It's just incredible. You can't make this stuff up. So here you're blaming the entire world. Why me? Why me? Why do I always feel like this? And what you really need to be doing is saying, okay, so this is what's happened. How can I turn this situation around? Do you see? You need to turn it around. Instead of blaming everybody else, you need to stop and you need to think how you can change the world, how you can change how you're feeling. Because if you sit there blaming everybody else, holding on to negativity, holding on to bad emotions, nothing's going to change. You need to get up and you need to make that change happen. Which leads on really nicely to this Magician card here. Now, you may think at the moment that you can't do it. You're not powerful enough. You're not strong enough. You just can't do it. But you can. And the Magician shows you that you can. You may not see it at the moment, but you've got everything that you need to make success happen for yourself. You have got the power inside you to change. You can do it. You will succeed. Now, the advice that I would give you in this reading, because it's such a major reading, is not to rely on anybody else but yourself. Yes, accept help, but don't rely 100% on other people to do things for you. Stop relying on other people. Rely on yourself. Make the magic happen. And you've got the Lovers card here, which shows that everything is coming together. There's love, there's harmony, and I feel with you this is self-love more than love with another person. So you've started to realize that no matter what anybody says to you, it doesn't define who you are as a person. You define who you are as a person. And now you've got all this self-love and it's amazing, and you're attracting good vibrations, you're attracting love, and people are starting to really admire you. You need to just look into your own heart, know who you are, know what you've got, and use those tools. So I hope that you have found what you're looking for and you are making the magic happen. That is your quote for this week. I hope that you enjoyed that reading. If you would like to stay behind for the oracle reading, the timestamp will be down in the description box below. Don't forget to hit that like and that subscribe button, and I hope to see you next week in your next tarot and oracle reading. Thank you. Hello and welcome to your tarot reading. If you chose pile 3, you chose the rose quartz. And without reading too much into each card at the moment, just taking a quick glance at the cards that you have got in this reading, I can see that there is a bit of confusion at the moment, but there is also people that want to help you, and you've got opportunities. You have got many opportunities. So not all is lost, I see in this reading straight away. So let's delve a little bit deeper into what the rose quartz message is for you this week. So you've got the Seven of Swords here. And this is a time where you need to make some decisions. It's time to reevaluate the friendships and the relationships that you have around you, even your job. Is it doing everything that you need it to do for you? The people, are they true? Are they there for you and not for what you give them? It's really time to do that little bit of a cleanup now before we hit the winter months. We're in autumn now. Everything's falling and you're realizing what is around you. Now, I feel that you are in a bit of a complicated situation here, and you don't feel that you can trust very easily. Maybe you've been scorned in the past and things never look how they seem, and you find it very difficult to read a situation or read this situation. So my advice would be that because things don't look as they seem, it's best not to jump to conclusions. You don't trust very easily, as we've established, but locking everybody out of your life is not going to work. That is not what you need to do. And we can see that here in the Queen of Cups, because there is somebody there who I feel is already in your life right now, who wants to help you, who wants to nurture you and heal your heart, to help heal your heart. Now, I feel that life is very give and take, and I feel that this is where you've been scorned. So you have always been give, and the people around you have never given back. They just want to take and not give back to you. And I feel that you're just very fed up with this right now. But this lady here is going to help you change your way of thinking. She is going to help you get over this confusing situation that you've got going on. So don't shut her out. Allow her to help you, but don't forget to give her something in return. And giving her your heart, not fully, but opening your heart to her, will help you heal. So it's a lot of give and take there. Now your last card here is the Three of Wands. And this shows that once you've opened yourself up, you're getting closer to your successes. You're getting closer to those goals that you've been setting yourself. You need to, again, be open-minded. Look at the bigger picture. And just know that whenever you're starting to feel like this again, you've got this lady here and you can do it. There's nothing stopping you. You've got everything right in front of you. You've been working, I feel, extremely hard, whether this is to hide everything that's going on. You've just been sticking your head in your work and not living life. You've just been like very robotic lately. Now is time to let your hair down and live a little. Enjoy life again. And just know that you've got somebody to lean on, somebody there who you can actually trust. So just open yourself up a little bit. And I know it can be very, very difficult. It can be very, very hard once you've been scorned. But again, we learn those lessons through these situations, and those lessons help us not to fall into those traps again, and to learn who we can and cannot trust. If there's anybody in your life right now, I would say make sure that they're in it for the right reasons. But just know that you have got all those opportunities, okay? You're just closing yourself off from them, and it's time to open up now and take what you deserve. So I hope that that reading was okay for you, and I hope that you start feeling better very, very soon. If you would like to stay until the end of this video to hear your oracle reading, please do. The timestamps are down below. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps me out ever so much. And I will see you next week for your next tarot and oracle reading. Goodbye. Hello, everybody. If you have stayed this long, thank you very, very much. This is now your oracle reading. There is just the one oracle card, so this is for everybody. This is the Everyday Witch Oracle, if you're wondering what card this is from, or what deck this is from, sorry. So the card that I have pulled for you this week is Plant the Seeds. Now, with the readings that I've delivered this week, I feel that this is very appropriate. We have been through those really bad situations that have been making us feel like, what do we do now? Who do we trust now? Where do we go from here? Now, this card tells us that we need to start making those vision boards. We need to start getting a little bit of fire under our feet and really going for it. We need to start the ball rolling. Make room for new opportunities because they are there, and we just need to open our eyes, open our hearts, and open our minds to them. Now is the time to start something new, and do it this week. If there's something that you know is there but you're too scared to take that first step, do little small things that will get you there in the end. It's time to go now. Don't hold on any longer, because these opportunities won't always be there for you. So you really need to get going now. I hope that that reading was okay for you. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next week for your tarot and oracle reading. Goodbye.